feeling that you'll never break. That risk they say don't ever take. That feeling that keeps you awake. You can't let it go. No, you can't let it go. That voice keeps screaming in your head. You close your eyes in your bed and dream of better days ahead. No, don't let it go. You can't let it go. Don't ever give in. I know that we can make it if we keep holding on. Oh, I know you can win. With love, you're gonna make it if you keep holding on. Oh, you gotta keep holding on, holding on. Each morning when you rise, there's a chance maybe you'll get it right. You gotta hang in there for one more night. No, you can't let go. Don't ever let go. Well, you can fly with faith. Take your wings today. With every breath I pray that you'll find your way. Don't ever give in. I know you're gonna make it. If you keep holding on. I know you can win. With love, you're gonna make it. If you keep holding on. Oh, don't ever give in. Yeah, I know you're gonna make it if you hold on. I know it. I know you will.
What's up, beauties? Good afternoon. Today it's your girl. It's me. It's Big B, and I'm back with today. We got my best friends in the cut, and we got Pops here, of course. And I'm gonna let the girls introduce themselves.
Hey guys, I'm Cherie and I'm 20 years old.
Hey everybody, it's Didi and I'm 20 years old.
And of course, I'm your host, Darnell Henderson. And today, the young ladies wanted to bring you a little bit of their selves and show you the beauty they have inside. So I hope that you can sit back and enjoy the ride amongst these beautiful people as they express themselves and the things they think. Today, I want to share with you on how I interact with my daughter and her friends as she stars in their very first engagement in our podcast, which at some point they will do one on their own. But no, moving forward, just to enjoy ourselves, just to smile a little bit. Um, what is it? Excuse me. Tell me your name. What city you from, and how old you are.
I'm Cherie, but everybody call me Riri. You can call me Riri. I'm 20 years old and I'm from Pittsburgh, PA, the best still city. Oh, could they hear me? Okay. I gotta start
Yeah,
over.
just talk. No, just talking to the mic.
Oh,
That's all.
I'm Cherie, but you could call me Riri. Everybody call me Riri. I'm 20 years old and I'm from the best city of Pittsburgh, still city.
Okay, that's what's up. It's nice to meet you. Do you
Nice to meet you as well.
did you graduate?
Yes, I did.
Oh, so you got a little education on your shoulder,
Yes, I did.
little head up there. That's what's
Yes, I
up.
do.
That's what's up. So, can you describe to me um what type of ideas you have for life moving forward?
Okay, so I originally thought my plan was college, but I went there and it wasn't, you know, it just wasn't. So my plans moving forward is I'm into business myself. Like I want to work for myself. So my plans moving forward are of course I'm gonna go back to college for that degree, but I won't do all 4 years. It's gonna be two. And Along with that, I'm going to go right back to beauty school. I was already in beauty school, but I stopped early just so I could go to college. But plans got misconstrued along the way. So I'm going to get my business license, my beauty license, and I'm gonna have my own stuff. I do hair, nails, and more stuff along the line. It's more stuff to come.
Great, great. So, with that being said, is there any social sites you want to give them so they can see some of your work?
Yes, you guys can follow me on Instagram at Luciana LUCCYY.ANAAA. It has all my nail pictures, and I really don't really post my hair because that's not my main focal point for real. But I will beginning to start to post more hair for you guys.
Okay, that's what's up. We'll be looking forward to it. And you said your name and page is what?
Cherie, and my Instagram is Luciana.
Great. So, moving forward, Brandy, do you want to introduce yourself?
I'll introduce myself, even though y'all already know who I am. Okay. All right. My name is Brandy. For those who don't know, I am 20 years old. I'm 20 years old. I'm in cosmetology school, guys. I started about 3 months ago. How do I like it? I don't really know. I love it. Actually, I love the energy when I'm there. Like I feel like I'm a very liked individual whenever I'm in Cosmo. So therefore, yeah, I definitely want to do hair for about like 10 years and then switch my profession over to um interior design. Hopefully a little bit sooner than 10 years, but
Excuse
that's
me. I
just
have to say this. Please talk into the mic
can
because
is
when
there
you
a way we could dismantle this? This is hard. How can we do this? Yeah. Maybe we could just is this better?
yeah,
Okay.
just keep it
Yeah.
good.
I'm from Pittsburgh, PA, the south side, of course. I've been over here pretty much all my life. I've been over here pretty much all my life. I grew up playing sports, instruments, chorus, really grew up a very multi-talented individual. Um, yeah, that's all about me.
Great, great. We pretty much know who you are with you
Mhm.
being the star of the show, so we don't really have to get too far into you. We'll come back to you. But we have
Okay.
a new slash person here as well. You know, I don't want to spoil it, so I'll let you give your take on it.
Hi, this is Deaja, but everybody call me Didi for real. I'm from the north side of Pittsburgh, PA, Perrysville. Um, growing, growing up, it was kind of fun because I had a lot of kids around my age, so I ain't really. It wasn't like too tough, if I could say like, if it wasn't really too tough, but like, I stayed in school. I did sports. I played the trombone when I was in elementary school. Middle school, I used to cheerlead. I'm a big cheerleader. That's my passion. I love to cheerlead. And educational wise, I did graduate, but I didn't go to college. I decided to go into the workforce, but I am rethinking about going to college for business management.
That's what's up, business management. I see. Excuse me. Excuse me. I see that a lot of you youth um think on ownership, and that's a great thing. I want to bring that to light definitely because a lot of people in my generation said to say we ain't all was thinking on the levels that y'all think, but we definitely didn't have a lot of the opportunities y'all have. So make sure you take advantage of them. Okay, moving forward. I'm gonna just throw a general question out there. Anybody want to answer it? Primarily, um, it's up to y'all. What do you feel? Um, no, we'll start with you. What do you feel that you could utilize that you you might not really know how to adapt, or I don't even know what I'm trying to say. This is weird.
I think I can understand what you're saying, but I think I could use social media. Like, social media was not put here for the reasons that we use it for.
Okay.
Like, how should I put this? Okay, so we're on social media just joking around with each other, probably arguing with each other, like, all types of stuff. But really, it's really made for us to socialize all over the world. We're not really using social media the way that we're supposed to be using social media. I think I get caught up in the cons of social media, but I should really be, caught up in the pros of social media, because I know that social media, for what I do in my craft, I know that me having a social media will push me further than where I am. But I just can't adapt to social media the correct way.
Okay. Question. You said the cons of social media. Can you explain what some of those are?
Okay, so for this generation, I believe the cons of social media are too much exposure, and everyone feeling like they have to live up to social media's, um how should I put this, BB?
Standards.
Expectations. Like, they will put an image out there. Let's say I put an image out there. Oh, I want to do this. I want to do that. Like, or relationship advice, or all type of, yeah, stuff like that. It doesn't, it doesn't really, it drives all of us straight into a brick wall. Basically, we can't live up to social media's um expectation, and that wasn't really what it was put here for. It was put here for us to socialize, but in a in a more positive way than when we use it. It's used in a negative way a lot these days. So yeah.
So, what do you think positively that you personally can change or make or use for an impactful meaning on these here apparatuses?
Okay, so what I think I could, hold on, can you restate that question?
Okay. So, you're saying that you do nails and you do hair,
Hmm.
and you're going to use that to help promote your platform.
Yes.
But is there something else in your life that you can share with the world to make it a little more beautiful place on this here internet?
Mm,
Not personally. I mean, just, what are some positive things that you could see yourself doing? That's all I'm asking. Like, if you could see the cons, what are the
pros.
right? And
Um,
how can you use them in your life is what I'm asking.
yeah.
You haven't really thought that far.
Yeah, I really haven't thought that far.
That's cool. We'll come back to that. I'll give you a slight idea. Anybody want to go next on the same or different conversation?
I would like to piggyback and then make my um. So I want to say she's 100% right. My generation uses it for all the wrong reasons. We're on there being judgmental about the people who are walking the same life path of us as us, instead of opening up to one each other, learning how to get over the problems and the issues that we have amongst each other. Especially because 9 times out of 10, if I see your post on social media, you are just like me. You know what I'm saying? We come from the same ground, stepping grounds. Regardless if you grew up with two parents, or grew up with one, or grew up with none, we come from the same walk of life, and we are all here for the same purpose. So instead of judging one of each other when it comes down to problems and issues, especially when you see a lot of people bringing up their issues and stuff on Facebook, it's really a cry out for help. That's how I view it now. Like, you have to change your perspective on a lot of things. So whenever I see a
Attention
lot of girls,
seeking.
yeah, when I see a lot of people, period, just on there, oh, my baby daddy, it's a crowd for help. They're looking for help. They're looking for another escape from what they're going through. And some people don't know who to go to. So the first thing they do is open up this app where they are already comfortable, and they just get to spill in their business. And it's people on there laughing about them, joking about them, but they going through the same things, or they mama going through that same thing, or went through that thing, or they auntie, or they grandma. You know what I'm saying? So I really feel like social media is a platform where everyone looks at it as I'm better than you when we're not. No matter what life status you have, no matter what you have in this life, we're not better than nobody here ever. You know what I'm saying? And as far as pros, the exact opposite. You see someone having uh, issues with their kids on the internet. Simple things as being like, even if you don't know them, how can I help? Let me drop some things off to your house you might need. You know what I'm saying? You never know how those types of small gestures might help someone out of a big situation they're going through by themselves. And like I said, you never know who people got behind them screens. So the pros is, being more um, mindful, being more caring, more positive. You know what I'm saying? Wake up, uh, and okay, I don't know what that means. So yeah, wake up on more positive things. Every day is a small. It's something small that will help you change your perspective on life. No matter what you're going through, you were gifted another day. You were gifted another day on this planet, and that's just something to cherish regardless of what you go throughout that day. You know what I'm saying? And to answer the first question asked, if you want to repeat that because it's been kind of long. Do you remember?
Actually, you answered it. You articulated it very well. Like I don't know
I
what
know I still have my own, you know, I still have my own
you had something
answer.
you wanted to
Yeah,
say.
still have my own answer off that question.
What is the pros of social media that you think you can apply?
No, that
Oh,
wasn't it.
that was it.
It wasn't that because
That
I
was
was going to say because the question that you asked, I had knew my answer right off bat, and I was going to say time on this planet. That's what I was going to say to answer your first question that you asked, and I was going to say time because a lot of it is wasted or mistaken for granted. You know what I'm saying? If you learn how to just fit a
okay. Wait a
15
minute.
minute.
Okay, I got to stop because you kind of confused me. But now I get it. Now that you're talking about the very first question I
Hmm.
asked.
Hmm.
Okay, I just had to make that clear so any listener understands that we kind of changed topics and you
Hmm.
went back to it. All
Hmm.
right. Uh,
Yeah, so I say time, you know what I'm saying? You get 24 hours a day. I don't even know how many hours a week, but there's so many things that you could be doing throughout your time on this planet. You know what I'm saying? Like, as simply as waking up earlier will get you more hours out the day. That's more hours out your life you get to experience. Simple things as maybe fitting in a little 15-minute workout, or give you boost your energy in certain things. It's just time management, realizing that your time is short. Spend more time with your family. Spend more time doing things that make your soul smile. That's what I would like for my generation to use better. A tool. Time is very much a tool. But it could also be your biggest downfall thinking that you have it as well. And that's just my personal perspective. Yeah.
that yeah, that was well said. Like I don't. I'm kind of wild by it. Somebody want to follow that up before I have something to say, Didi?
Um, I would say I like the way that you did work that. You worked that hard. I like that. I like that. I like that. But I just feel like sometimes some people they take their parents for granted, and I feel like because I had to learn. I'm too loud. Okay, I feel like I had to learn that today. I feel like I took my mom for granted for a lot of things that she did not have to do. Because I'm 20 years old, so now some of the stuff that she really don't have to do, but she's looking out for me, and I just feel like a lot of people overlook their parents because it's like I had to understand like my mom she kind of went through the same life that I'm living. We've been through the same things, so it's like okay, I need to understand that you ain't good. You didn't finish your healing or whatever you had to go through to make you the person that you are. So I have to take that back. Like she's still trying to heal her inner child. She's still trying to figure out her inner teenager, and she's trying to find peace as an inner woman. And I had to understand that. So I just feel like I I need to start. I need to start taking my own advice sometimes, and I need to start taking my mom for granted. I mean, not for granted, but like,
Yeah.
stop taking her for granted. I mean,
Yeah. You take that one. Can I say something before you start? Because he might be, he might really be tired of me. You know what I'm saying? But nah, pops, let me tell you, because I came in your room the other day, one of these days, and I was like, our parents are just kids having kids. And once you realize it like that, you'll understand that they made a lot of mistakes based off being kids, having kids. That's a very big responsibility. And so realizing that helped me just forgive them for a lot, right off bat. That small sentence right there just it let a load off my shoulders, knowing that you made mistakes, but you never stepped away. You never gave up. And so thank you to my parents, because I know my mama finna listen to this, and I love you, girl. I love you. I love you.
That was kind of cute. I guess I had to allow that to
Yeah, y'all, cause
take place, but I kind of feel self-sabotaged. I don't know why. Like, it's okay though. But then again, I think that's my goal here. I have to tie these two questions together. So I guess I'll start with the social media thing. There's a lot of pros in what you guys share, as far as vision wise and understanding on what wrongs you see in this here app. My only goal was to try to get you to see if you could see wrong in it. Where do you write it? You know what I mean? Because I could continue the statement, but that's the question. Where do you write it? Do you understand? So, with that being said, tying the other question to this is the thing that makes people run to this social media app is the need to be seen and heard. We all have it. And we forget that we want to be seen and we want to be heard. So it's hard to tell you young ladies, and I have to say this, not to allow your head to go big when you can get 400 or 500 likes a picture. Because that's what that really is. That's at least 300 people that think you cute. And that's a hard pill to swallow. So to put your personal business in it, you have to know that that could be a little ugly. So try to keep those things, especially your sexual life, because I hate to see that. You know what I mean? In any private relationships that you have, because you sit there and you talk about how you and your man broke up, but you don't talk about how y'all got back together the next day,
Oh,
and then somebody knows that you said on Facebook you
Y'all
broke up, and now he's
and
sleeping
he
with
didn't
her.
even clear it up that y'all
Right,
got back together. So
right,
she's still thinking,
right.
well, they broke up, you know? So, yeah.
that's why I'm so big on don't tell nobody your relationship business. Because if y'all sit there behind closed doors, y'all make up, and then you go on social media and then you posted all this stuff. He the deadbeat. He don't take care of his child. He don't pay for nothing. I'm the father.
6 STDs in a man.
Stuff like that, you
Girl,
feel me? Stuff like that, you feel me? Like, and then behind closed doors, y'all made up, and now everybody's just saying her bashing this man, not knowing that y'all made up already.
Right. I guess now I would ask, since we just got through this vote, and I know a lot of females was rooting and hoping for Kamala Harris. I don't want to know who you voted for if you voted. I would like to applaud you for voting, for stepping out on who you want to be and making a choice and the decision for yourselves. However, I do want to know what your views are on the outcome of the vote and the country moving forward. Didi, you want to go first?
Yeah, because she can talk for 8 minutes. Go ahead, baby. Just chill, Dayana. Just chill.
Y'all some funny people,
All right,
boy.
go ahead, Mama.
Come on.
Okay, my take on the election. Um, I just feel like it was kind of like a lose-lose situation because I feel like Trump, he when he was in office, it was kind of good, but at the same time it wasn't because it was around the pandemic. So he really ain't get to really do too much. You feel me? But Kamala, I feel like when she was in the office, inflation happened. A lot of like violence, like more violence started to happen. More, just a lot of things that wasn't supposed to happen, like the border immigrants that start is coming in here like crazy now. It's just a lot, and I just feel like that could have been situated. They could have took care of the border more, and Donald Trump, he could just. I just feel like his choice of words is real choicey. Like some of the stuff that he say, he shouldn't say, but that's just him. If you gotta look at it,
He's thorough.
It's authentic. Authentic. Yeah.
He's a man with a big ego. That's what you
Yeah.
call it.
Very
You know, but he's a man with a big wallet to have a big ego.
Do you want to go?
yeah, let her go before you.
Okay, so my outcome on the election is, well, I kind of knew what the outcome was going to be, even though I was rooting for the opposite opponent, because I'm rooting for change. You feel me? I'm of course I'm always here for change, but um we're talking about Trump here. He's a smart guy with money and a mind and an ego, and um not to be like put race in this situation, but I mean, what do you do with uneducated black people? You like rule them, right? Am I right? Am I wrong? Okay, so Trump is he's educated. He's an educated white man. You feel me? So everyone's rooting for Kamala, this half black person, to be Kamala, this half black woman, to be in office because they want the first woman to be president. You feel me? I was rooting for. I'm here for change. Let's try something new. But I feel like what she was making was just a lot of promises. Like, you know, if I hear everything that I want to hear, I'm not going to believe it's going to be done. I'm just saying. If I hear every single thing that I want to hear, I'm not going to believe it's going to be done. Now, okay, now let's talk about Trump. He had some things that we wanted to hear and some things that kind of shook our tail feathers a little bit. You know? So I'm like,
What do you mean by shook your tail feather?
ruffle our feathers.
Okay.
Is that better?
No, I understood it, but that's an old term analogy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was kind of shocked at you because my grandmother's grandmother used to say that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Kind of ruffle our feathers, like put everybody on a high spectrum. So I'm like, yeah. As I'm watching the vote go, she started off winning, y'all. Boom, an hour later, them numbers went skyrocket with Trump. But I just feel like in the midst of all that, I really don't even think our votes really even matter.
Mm.
I don't think they really so-called matter. I feel like our votes don't matter for the president. I could say that. Our votes, I don't think our votes matter for president, but I do think that we should think about the senates and the governors and the people who actually sit at the tables and make the decisions that Kamala and Trump is promising us. Cause you know that stimulus check that we got with that stimulus check that we got when Trump was in office, he didn't even want to sign off on that. You know who did? The senates and the governors. They sat at that table and they're like, okay, we got to give these people something. They're struggling. People can't work. Doing what we need to do. You know, and yeah, I just kind of feel like I knew what the outcome outcome was going to be. I didn't understand why everybody was so upset about it. I did put my little 2 inputs in it, like they're not going to vote for this black woman to be president, and men don't even think a woman is strong enough to run a country anyways.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Stop. It's not the truth.
It's not.
No.
I
As a
believe.
man who tries to be somewhat of a good father,
Uh-huh.
a good man doesn't care who you are,
Right.
as long as what I care for
Mhm.
is well taken care of and fairly established. And what I see out of the vote, because I didn't vote for neither,
Me neither.
but what I see out of the vote is some people are losing their minds in relationships behind who got picked. That's retarded to me. Because if Trump turns out to do what it looks like he's doing, you're going to
Mhm.
regret that choice.
Right.
You shouldn't base no power of that magnitude on male or female.
Mhm.
You should only base it on what they could do for you. One told you they had a plan, never really showed you one.
Mhm.
The other one, he obviously won and is at work already.
Mhm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I'm like I said, I'm not trying to change your ideas, but what I am saying is, men, we're logical thinking creatures. Why wouldn't you follow us?
Mhm.
We follow y'all to the faces of the earth. Y'all just miss it sometimes, being females. No, real
Emotional
talk.
creatures.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Mhm.
Real talk. So don't fall into, because that's a part of that social media thing we were talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's the picture they painted. They wanted you to have that idea and the reaction to break up with whoever because of whatever, when that's idiotic.
Sorry to cut you off, but I could kind of agree with you, because after the vote was all over, Kamala was emotional about it, and she couldn't say, like, a finishing speech. Like, she waited till the next day to say her finishing speech after the vote was over. So that was
And emotional.
an emotional
Yeah.
reaction to something so, I guess, professional, should we say,
But-
in a professional matter.
So
Yeah.
being as though you said it that way, right?
Hmm.
You got to understand, if you would have gave her the power that you seek, she would have used it emotionally.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if you can't hold it together for the millions of people that followed you to tell them I'm sorry I didn't do good enough or just anything,
Hmm.
then that goes to show that you didn't have the mind to stand up to world leaders, and that's what men see. That's what I saw.
Correct.
You understand what I'm saying?
You're totally correct. Did you want to piggyback, BB?
You know she do. Malcolm B.
Malcolm B. First of all, don't laugh, because I gave her that one silently. Anyways,
I don't care.
I had an epiphany sitting on this couch.
Wait a minute. You had a who and a what?
I had an epiphany sitting on this couch.
Can you spell epiphany?
Absolutely not. Not
Okay,
gonna lie.
nah, I'm just messing with you.
Not gonna lie. I know what it means, but like the only reason why they even gave us stimulus checks in the first place is because they still needed the people to buy things. Not to help you out, but to help them out is the reason why they even gave us any money in the first place. When people are not getting paid for their labor, because that's really all it is. You know what I'm saying? Yes.
They're not. I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So while everyone was so happy to just be free and spending money, which by any means,
Right out the
right? And it's more or less like you were just used to keep feeding their system. They just gave you the money that you put right back in the system. You didn't put that money aside to set you up for life. You put that money directly back in the system the same day and loaded on that card. Be honest.
Mm.
Be honest. And so me sitting on this couch, and I'm here like, well, what is the reason that they giving away free money in the first place? Because they ain't never gave away no free money. If it ain't EBT, and even still did, denied on your application because
Denied.
No, they did.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, for real, they denied me too. I ain't gonna lie. So Yeah, I had to think about it. So don't be holding that stimulus money because it's not happening. There's no way that the world's even gonna let them even do something that big twice.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So don't. I hope ain't no one really base that money made that they vote. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people did. You'll be surprised, and it was just like, why do y'all think something? Look, what's the saying that people always say? Like, that something good never comes around twice, or something like that. That's the only thing that was playing in the back of my head. It was like, yeah, I'm voting for Trump. I need that stimulus. Out of all reasons, but that's that I don't want to say it, but sometimes I believe it. They said
Believe
money
what
is
is
the
that?
root of all evil.
Oh,
So yeah, that's just another reason.
I also want to say I feel like this campaign this year was a big social media, excuse my language, shit show. I'm not gonna lie.
someone said it.
I'm not gonna lie because I like Megan, I like Gloria, I even like Beyonce. But when it comes down to my future, especially me only being 20 years old and the next 4 years really gonna be building a foundation in my life,
How y'all do it?
there's no way I was okay with Megan coming. And then it's like, honestly, I feel like maybe she wouldn't have had big crowds the way she did if she wasn't putting those black female artists in front of her to have her endorsing her.
But so was Trump. Trump had OT 720.
No, he
Yes, he
didn't
did.
have him there. He was in Philly and OT 720 wanted to pop up and show his support on his own. That's different. He wasn't paid to be there. And then Trump just knowing who he is as him being an upcoming rapper in that city, he decided to go ahead and shout him out, show him some type of appreciation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's different. It's just the way that social media gonna paint things every time. But other than that, Beyonce got paid to be up on that stage. Gorilla, Megan, they all of them got paid. They all got paid to be up on them stages. And for you to really be sitting there and showing me something like this when it's really about my future as a young
Hey,
adult.
you know she's 30 million in debt after raising. What was it? 1.3 billion, I think it was, or 1.8, something of that sort.
Yeah,
How you
it's
30
crazy.
million? Man, there go another smooth sailing right there. Because imagine what she'd have did to the economy if you can't budget 1 point. I'm coming out of this thing with some money if I lose. She ain't come out of that with nothing.
She's in the negatives at that.
Not only that, but like the truth really came out behind after the you know election. After the election, I started seeing so much about people's real past and people's real history and where they come from, both parties. And it was just like, wow, like y'all put on such an amazing, fraud. And not but I say simple indicators such as like watching people's body languages and watching people's emotions when they speak will tell you who's telling the truth about what they got going on in their brain and who's not. You know what I'm saying? So Trump, you can tell because I automatically know when someone speak with their hands. 9 times out of 10, it's emotion behind what they saying. 9 times out of 10, they mean it.
No.
Well, way to shut that down.
Right.
Real, like,
No, that's not what that means.
Yeah.
In fact, that's excuse me. That's a manipulation tactic for people to think like that, because it keeps you focused on the conversation. So it's distracting you subtly. You don't even realize it. But if I'm talking like this, you thinking I mean something that I don't mean. And
I see what
in
you're saying.
all actuality, I'm just feeding you a bunch of hogwash.
I see what you're saying.
That's politics. That's why they, you know what I mean? Because it keeps your attention.
That's why they say it's professional.
Right.
I don't
Professional
think I ever viewed it that
speakers,
way.
professional speakers are actually taught some things like that.
Y'all ever had a viewpoint in school, a PowerPoint in school that you had to present to the class? If y'all ever had a PowerPoint in school that y'all had to present to the class and they want you to sit up straight and walk side to side and point and stuff like that, just to keep the classroom's attention, like stuff like that. But yeah, that's all I had to say.
I also had to say about the politics thing. I feel like men, when it was time to vote, men came together and they voted for who they wanted to vote for. And women, they didn't do the, they did the exact opposite. Like a lot of women I know, they didn't vote, and I feel like that's a problem because Trump, he's talking about taking away our women's rights, as like abortion, Plan B, stuff like that. That's the time for us to be aligned with each other.
I can't let you walk around in fear. So I have to explain that to you. That's not.
Got it.
Please, if you're listening to this, understand what I'm gonna say right now. Excuse me. Understand what I'm gonna say right now. Um, don't buy into everything you see on social media and TV in a whole, especially when it comes to giving people power over you. You want to know the whole story and not what someone put in front of you, because that's where they got you thinking Trump's a racist. But my generation loved Trump. So we should my that's weird to me. But that goes to show you why I had to stop you and say this, because people that know this about Trump from my generation, when all the rappers were speaking about Trump, they also repeat that he's a racist too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking his side. I'm not you know pro Trump. I'm not pro nobody if you ain't doing what's best for me and my family. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna, champion this guy and my house ain't together. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, what he did was he gave the power to the state to decide. So that's where you said earlier, when you did the local vote, that's a powerful vote. You understand what I mean? So if you want these things on your ballot, then you got to show up at these committee hearings so you can force their hands to put it on the ballot. You understand what I'm saying? That's where the power really should lie, because that's saying the power is within the people, not within the government. And that's what he did. He took it out the federal government's hands because they can mandate whatever they want. Like at this moment, they can say we mandate y'all to take the Plan B. Y'all not understanding it that way because no one is presenting it to you that way. Do you understand what I mean? This is why you're miseducated and you're thinking that this means something it doesn't. No, he gave the power back to the people. As a businessman running for president, he understands he only gets so much time to talk about certain things. So he give you a definition and moved on. That's all that was. And the media, they had time to give you the darkness behind it, which was never there. You understand what I mean? So be very careful in your next rounds of votes or whatever you may choose to indulge in on that political stage. And understand that, because these people are going to write in laws. They're going to affect you. You understand what I mean? These people are going to, excuse me, these people are going to take things out of law. That's going to affect you. You know what I mean? Like quietly, the whole fact checking thing. I can't wait for that thing to go away. You know what I'm saying? Because in reality, some people need you to lie to them. But in fact, that's what the whole media apparatus is doing to every extent. It's propaganda. It's a lie. That's what propaganda means. It's basically, I can tell you anything. You know, they know that 90% of the times you're not gonna go do the research. You're just gonna listen to what they say, and they counted on that. That's why they paraded those stars out there like that, thinking that they could trick your mind into making the mistake vote. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of giving you any real policy, any real substance, they put these people in front of you because these are who you look up to. So they actually tried to, in a literal sense, enslave your mind with the vote. You know.
Can I say something?
Sure.
I want to say, and as far as like, the big birth control and the Plan B thing, and women's right thing, I need women to understand that that type of medicine could be killing you and you wouldn't even know it. People be on birth control for years and then you get up off that just because you might be feeling well now, but say something happened to you tomorrow, you need to get up off that and your body never healed correctly. You might have lost your chance to never have a child ever in your life behind abortion pills, Plan B pills, Plan Bs and stuff like that. It is weakening your womb. You know, that weakens you in
You're
the same
absolutely
boat. You
right.
know what I'm saying? So as much as y'all might not think, oh, my body, my choice, but do you know the consequences behind your choices? And I feel like as humans, we let our selfish needs get in the way, such as sexual pleasure, instead of the things that really matter most, which is your body health. So in the same boat, where he's like he's actually what he's doing for real, if you really think about it, is he's all for women's rights, giving the vote back to the people, the choice back to the people. Like, if you feel like you pro-life and nothing should be killed, that's your choice. If you feel like your body, your choice, that's your choice. Instead of being like, oh, this is just this way. It just has to be this way. In the same boat, y'all gotta remember, like, the presidents don't make no choices. So 9 times out of 10, abortions is not finna be banned. Plan Bs are not finna be banned. I feel like it should be coming with a lot of regulations. Like, you should, if I cannot buy a pack of blunts at 21, I shouldn't be able to buy no Plan B. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that that's really changing your
Mm.
body. And plus, it's so many escape routes behind the actions, your consequences behind your actions, such as having a baby. To where the point young girls is doing things that they shouldn't have no clue on. Young
See,
people,
I
period.
wanna bring a little light to that, and I wanna applaud y'all for having this conversation. I'm loving this conversation, but I really have to stop you there, and I have to bring this to light because that is the danger in whether you vote or not. Regardless, that is the danger, and what I mean by that is look at the ability to be able to mutilate a child because it feels like a female at 6 years old. That's mutilation. When you take these Plan Bs and things of that nature, I'm not going to speak against abortion in a whole, but it is some form of mutilation because, as you said, it tricks the uterus into think it's doing something and it's not doing it, and that will show up somewhere in life. It's just how. And I notice that women don't tell each other these things. So let me give this to you. Those are one of the things that can make women go crazy, lose their mind. You know, abuse of the uterus in any sort will show up in your mentality. And I need that to sink in because that means sexually too. You understand? Not just the act of, getting um these birth control things, whether they're shots, injections, inserts. I mean, I'm really trying to be respectful in the things that I say, but I need for you to understand that. With me being a father, I need to give you that information.
Down to underwear, down to toilet paper, down to soap. Like,
Oh well, hygiene is a plus, but yeah.
but it's still like the chemicals inside of those things. Like, toilet paper has bleach in it. You over wiping every time you use the bathroom, that could easily cause a rash. Simple things as that.
Oh, you taught me something. What?
Simple things as that. Simple things as that.
What?
Like, it's simple things as that. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to add that in
That's
there.
not simple because I didn't know that. But then again, I'm a man. I don't need to know that. So
I mean, it could be the same thing with. Never mind.
I mean, it could be with the reverse wipe.
I had to pause myself right there.
Do anybody else got a view they want to give on that before we? Great. So since we're on this conversation, sort of anyway, let's dive into the hard question. Young females, since y'all are young ladies, if you have relationships or don't have relationships,
She said the mic so quick. I'm dying.
Ooh. Hey yo, that microphone was hot. Boy.
Oh, y'all. Yeah, I got that one.
Nah, but listen, what hurdles do you think young couples have in today's society?
Hurdles.
Hurdles. I mean, if you are to be with someone at y'all ages, how old are y'all? 28, 19, yeah, something.
28.
I said no, 20, 19, yeah, something.
Yeah, we're 20.
Yeah. I mean, I know your age, but just
So if we were to be with someone, you're asking like, what's the problems with it?
What's the issues that you feel like a relationship will face?
I mean, you can articulate the answer however you
Okay,
want. That wasn't what
so-
I was really getting at, but I see that we'll pass the answer at some point.
Okay, yeah. I believe maybe the hurdles in this day and age's relationships. I really want to say I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't even think it's about relationships. I really think it starts at home. That's all I think about when it comes to stuff like relationships in this day and age, because they're repeating what they are seeing done at home.
Mm.
So let me say, and for me, let me speak on my behalf. They
Speak
don't
it,
work
girl.
in
Speak it.
my favor because good girls always finish last. They always finish last.
Oh, stuff.
That's
Woman
just
power.
how I feel.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. I feel like sometimes I overlove.
Overlove. That's a deep statement. Explain.
So like, say if okay, say if okay, I really like this person that we end up like connecting on a deeper level, but that particular person I'm pursuing is backtracking. I see it though, but I'm ignoring it because I'm trying to force it to work. So I'm doing this to make them feel wanted, or make them feel heard, or make them feel like, what should I say, BB? Yes, I'm just make them feel seen, heard, like wanted, like that feeling of help me out. I can't, you know what I'm trying to say.
Basically, she's trying to say like she basically expects people to love her how she loves them.
Yeah.
And that's
Mm.
not, you know,
Not
you can't
gonna happen.
expect that, you know, and
You are only you one time.
yeah, and it's just like, ooh, yeah, she said a lot with that one.
Yeah,
You did,
I think that starts at home though.
yeah.
It definitely
I
goes
definitely think
to most females.
I love the internet because in the same way, if you trick the algorithm, you can learn a lot of informational things. And one thing that I learned on the internet is you can't expect people to love you the way that you love them if you never ask them what love is to them.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So like
Eat, girl, eat.
some boys grew up with women who, you know, their mom is basically, my son's kind of my man, like, you know, like it might not be like that, but she
Yeah, they
might be
don't say
very
it, but it acts.
yeah it might be very territorial about their first son, you know what I'm saying?
Why do you think that is?
Never
Maybe their
having the
first
love
son is
from an
their
actual
first
man.
love.
Yeah.
Their first son is sometimes a woman's first love. You
Say
know
that
what I'm trying
again.
to say? A woman's first son is her first love.
Okay.
First
Maybe
unconditional
I
love.
get it, but it's not
unconditional
always
love.
the it's not always the first. It depends on how many.
Well, yeah, it's not
But
always
you're
the
right.
first,
You're
but
right. You're right.
yeah.
No, I just had to throw that out there
Yeah.
for the listeners. But yeah.
Sometimes it really happens like that based on how the father treats you, though. How the
Mm.
son's father treats you. Like, if you feel like, okay, I couldn't get this out of him, but at least I got, the baby out of him. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? So, yeah, but you could finish. I'm sorry for cutting you off.
You good? Cause you be speaking.
No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's a very impactful statement. Do you care to elaborate on that?
Where did I leave off at, guys? What did I say?
I'm gonna let you figure it out. You got a few seconds.
Oh, based off of how the father treats them.
Right.
Okay, yeah. So, I feel like women sometimes use their sons as shields. Like,
Right.
okay, I couldn't get this from the father. You get what I'm trying to say? But my son is, I get to start over. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, I get to start over. I don't have to force him to do anything. You know, force him to do this. Force me to love him. Force my son to love me back. So, I'm not good with explaining stuff, y'all.
I think I know.
First,
You're better than you think.
Yeah, I'm not good at. I don't know how to break stuff down.
I'm not gonna be. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was saying, I think that's what she mean is like, she don't want, like, she had to force the baby dad to actually be a baby dad. Now she don't have to force her son to actually love her.
She had to force the father to love her.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, she don't have to force the son to love her. And I also feel like relationships nowadays mess up because of communication. A lot of people don't know how to communicate their feelings, communicate their true self, like
Because of the lack
because of the lack of
parenting.
yeah, parenting, and they wasn't allowed to express themselves at home, so they think they can't express themselves to other people. And I feel like once you get the understanding of, okay, I'm letting you break down the barriers of everything that you ever been through. You can tell me, I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to treat you no different type of way, and I'm not going to love you any less. Like, I'm gonna still love you to how I love you. It never not going to depend on what you've been through or anything. And I feel like, well, me personally, I don't really take relationships. I wouldn't say I won't take relationships serious, but I don't really give it my all because I feel like a lot of people, they only out for one agenda. They're out
In
to
our
find one
generation.
agenda. Yeah, in our generation, they're out for one agenda. They always just wanna. It's excuse my language, but they just want to get their rocks off, and then they just want to keep it moving.
I don't even think it's that they want to keep get their rocks off. I just think it's people want to feel something, regardless if it's getting your rocks off, physical touch. What I was gonna say
That
initially
void
was
field.
what I was gonna say.
No,
No,
that's
for real.
real
No,
talk.
listen.
For real, guys.
Listen.
I mean, that's why I had to repeat it because you're not on mic. They
Okay,
can't
yeah.
hear you. So
What I was gonna say is people expect people to fill their cups where they're not filling their own. So you can't expect no one to love you how you're not loving you. You have to be that. You have to show the standard. Like, hey, this is what I do for myself. If you can't do this for me, or at least something similar to it, then why would I ever downgrade to what I'm not giving myself? I'm not giving myself disrespect. Why would I allow you to do it? And that's what self-love builds standards, discipline within yourself, and you'll learn how to carry that into relationships eventually. But that comes with time. That comes with maturity. That comes with mistake. That comes with wisdom. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people are just dabbling into things they're not really understanding how to really work through them, or how things work. Period. So people are getting into love and relationships just to have the fun dates. No one's getting into relationships to to really work through the trauma together. How relationships are supposed to be. Relationships are supposed to be safe places for you to grow and for you to experience things. And if you can't start with yourself, then how do you expect someone else to start with you? So people are looking for the easy way out. Let's just lay down with each other. You know what I'm saying? Not let's figure out why you don't trust people together. You know what I'm saying? It's not really as deep because relationships are painted just to be cute pictures and cute dates and cute outfits. You know what I'm saying? No one's really showing like, okay, my partner, we went to sleep mad at each other tonight. They're not showing how they're making that up in the morning. You know what I'm saying? That goes back to where you were saying, like, women go online and they spew their business out about their partner, and then they turn around and be with them the next day. You know what I'm saying? You want that attention that's not being given to you
At that moment.
exactly.
because You and your partner are going through it. So here's what I'm gonna do. Go on the internet. Make a whole scene. He's not giving me enough attention. Now I want the attention that I'm gonna get from other random people who don't even really know what's going on between us. But yeah,
And that right there, uh, it builds a barrier. You know what I'm saying? Like once I feel like me personally, once you go on the internet about me, regardless if you're a partner, a friend, a mother, period, it's automatic. It's an automatic no go. Like it's automatically disrespectful to me because we could come through anything as long as we could work through anything as long as everyone else is in our business painting different points of views about you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel like people got to be a lot more private with themselves and a lot more real to themselves as well.
in their relationships.
Yeah.
And I feel like this generation, they're so quick to expose somebody, like expose the relationship to the internet so quickly, and it's like that's an ick to me because it's like why are you're so quick to tell the internet about our business that's happening behind closed doors. That's why I say that's why you don't tell nobody nothing. Keep everything to yourself. Keep it everything relationship wise to you and your partner. You don't tell your family. You don't tell the internet. You don't tell none of that because like what BB said, if you go to the internet, that's automatic. We're done.
But I
Friends,
don't have a
family.
father. I don't have someone I can talk to. So how do I get heard? How do I express myself
That's
where
why.
I need to be, excuse me, where I need to be expressive? Also, where do I get the positive attention that I seek?
Well, I feel like that's why you communicate that. If you do have a partner, you communicate that with your partner. Like, okay, this is something that you're lacking. I could be the person that you're missing, or I can't be that person, but I could be the outlet that you can use to express yourself, to be happy, to fill that void. You feel me?
Um. Another thing is you can't really. I'm not gonna say you can't talk to people like that because you can, because there's a lot of great people that came from situations like that. But you have to be with someone who's willing to do the work that came out of those type of situations that didn't have type of role models in love. You know what I'm saying? But if she or he is able to, better themselves, then that's a great human. You should definitely want to take partake in that. But then you got to understand that it's going to come with a lot of trust issues. It's going to come with a lot of mood swings. It's going to come with a lot of, you know what I'm saying? If that person is mature enough to do that type of work, then by all means do that. But you can't really deal with no one who don't know how to love. Like, you know what I'm saying? How are you going to expect them to love you?
Or don't want to accept it. You feel me?
Yeah.
I feel like you back to what BB said. Like you gotta be able to. You gotta create that open safe space with them. Like it's not going to be easy, but if you want this person to be your partner, you gotta go through it for them to. You gotta go through it to get over it. You get what I'm trying to say? You gotta go through it to get over it, so that you break down the barriers.
Can I give you the best tool of life?
Mm-hmm.
This fits relationship in the whole. Be a great listener.
Yes.
People will tell you exactly who they are if you listen. The
Mhm.
the quiet part no one tells you about that statement is this. You got to learn to keep your emotions out the way. That's both male and female. Because see, when you think you want a thing, you need a thing. That's relationship. You understand? When you think you want it, it becomes an emotional attachment. Now you need it, where you really don't need it, especially at your age. So as a father, I must tell you this. I'm quite sure y'all got fathers, so I'm quite sure to some extent you understand it. But for those who don't, they need this information. So I want to give it to them. When a boy is young, his mind is not really set on how to love because he has no reason to love. A man doesn't step into logic until he's in his late 20s, early 30s. So if you're looking to capture a man, that's around the age you should. Why? Because most of the games he should be unplayed, should be on their way out the door, and he should be etching his life in stone. To where women, y'all are taught from early age to play with baby dolls and dream of families. So when you reach an adulthood, you're looking for someone to give you that what you somewhat desired. But the time and the elements within people ain't that moment. and then you go through babies and relationships looking for something you can't have because you haven't taken time out to find it within yourself. I don't care how young you are. I care that you're young. And until you figure that out, what you want, keep your body to yourself. Because mixing alcohol, mixing drugs of any sort, mixing emotions, and mixing sex and having babies is never a good thing. Because all this information that this derived from this is passed down to that baby. Like if the mother smokes crack, excuse my language, but it shows up in the baby. You understand what I'm saying? The personality of the person you're sleeping with shows up in the baby. So when you learn who you are and what you want out of life, listening will allow you to see if that person's it. Don't use your feeling, because if your mind is saying no for any reason, turn around, walk out the door. Turn around and walk out the door. Do not let nobody waste your time, energy, and space, because you adapt what they think the more you're around them. Whether you know it or not is the question. But that's a whole nother topic. That's a topic of information and how you soak it in. But believe me, if you walk around within a spiritual thought, then you really know you don't need bad spirits around you. You know what I mean? That's just to say if any of y'all are religious, you know. But if not, is there something you would like to say? Anyone else want to say before we find another topic? No, what did you say? They didn't hear you.
That's why I'm a virgin.
How old are you?
20. I'm a 20-year-old virgin.
No, wait a minute. I think that deserves a goddamn applause as a father, like, cause that's rare. Yeah.
Can I
Like,
explain why I'm a virgin?
sure.
Shut
Y'all are comical.
The reason I'm still a virgin is because I don't like the spirits. Like you could transfer spirits within a body. You don't know what that person been through in life. You don't know what spirits he connected with another person. And then diseases, um, how people like once you have sex, and I saw it within my friend group. Once you have sex, both days. I'm sorry.
Hold up, wait a
I'm
minute.
sorry.
I gotta get myself together.
I'm sorry.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I had to get it together, but that was on time. Finish, please.
The reason I saw it with the my friend group, you tend to be attached to the person that you end up having dealings with. Some way, somehow you do. Not talking about you. Some way, somehow you do. It does. It could be spiritual. It could be emotional. It could be physical. That person, you could be. Your body could crave that person, and only that person.
Yeah, that's
That
the
too,
truth.
and soul
That's
ties
the
too.
truth.
That's a big one for me.
That is so true.
Yeah. You could grab it on mic for the face.
And it's scary for a woman because eventually a woman can lose that detachment to that sexual energy. And then what do you do then? You know what I'm saying?
You lose it. You lose the you lose the interest, but you lose the personality. That's a part of you forever because you take it in. You understand what I mean?
No, what I'm saying is I get what you're saying, but what I'm
Do you?
saying is some women have been through so many partners, they don't have that emotional connection to sex anymore.
So the only connection that they want is the sexual connection. That's what they go after. After you know.
And then, you know,
Like porn stars.
they get up and, you know, they've been through
Yeah.
so many men, so many different energies within them. They just don't, they don't have that. A woman is supposed to fall in love with the first person that takes her virginity, right? Right? Y'all feel like that? Dad, how you feel about that?
Hold on, say that again.
A woman is supposed to fall in love with the first person that takes her virginity.
A woman is supposed to fall in love with the first person she loses her virginity to. No.
Should I say a
I
woman
mean,
is supposed to
wait a
lose her
minute.
virginity?
I have to give it context because to some extent you are right. To some standard you are right. But the reason why I'm saying you are right, wrong is because if you look at the old days, you didn't used to pick your relationships. There was a reason for that. But but that was also because not only did you have to help feed my family to marry my child, you know what I'm saying, but that we know your family history. So we know if you come from a good bloodline or not, meaning your people are upstanding, thinking, proud people and not a waste of time and space. You understand what I mean? So when you look at it that way, the first person you have sex with, yeah, because you'll have that ability to have that attachment to sex. But if you just want to like sex, I mean, it's kind of hard not to like sex, to be truthful, But at the same time, you gotta you how am I gotta say this like a father because I don't want to be weird with the answer. Um, So what it is, you got to be able to know what you're having sex for, if that makes sense. Like to have sex because you like someone is retarded. It's not enough. Because I mean, think about it. You're giving too much to it. Like you're giving AIDS a chance. You know what I mean? Right. You're giving children. You give
I
you.
only like my friends at this point. I only like my dad. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean,
I'm too
that's
young
what's
to
up.
be chasing relationships. It's like I don't even care to meet the one. I met y'all. Like not even on no funny shit, not even on no trying to be sweet, but like how they say like the family you build is better than one that you I feel like you could really fall in love with your friends. I feel like y'all give me everything I
Oh,
need
that's
except
cute.
for the sexual pleasure. No, I mean for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I find a lot.
It's a
I find
real
laughter.
conversation, y'all.
I
I
find
don't know if I should be a
loyalty.
part of this, but
No,
that.
no. Let me give my homegirl some praise for a sec. I find laughter. I find loyalty. I find reflection of myself. I find a challenge for myself within y'all, and I would want y'all to be around for the rest of my life. And so, therefore, y'all, what?
What characteristics do you see that like from you in us?
Mm,
Well, based
wow.
off this conversation, and if no one else peeps it, y'all are very strong-minded females. You know what
Hold
I'm
on,
saying?
hold on, hold on. You know what? I got to step away from the mic for a few seconds, y'all. I just wanted you to know that I'm gonna let them do their thing while I step away. I'll be back at you in a few minutes.
Um, y'all are very strong-minded females.
Hmm.
I see that y'all are not scared to stand on your own opinion, have your own mind. I see that even though we influence each other just a little bit, y'all are still able to make your own decisions and have your own pathways. Not only that, we're able to criticize each other. We're able to yell at each other and never let it get to the point where our emotions are so involved we're hitting on each other or we're speaking out about each other. Like that's a different type of loyalty to know that us as females, we fully emotions about the crowd arguing with each other and still will come back to each other an hour later and be like, okay, friend, I messed up. I'm not probably going to get that from no man. I'm not going to lie. And neither am I looking for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather y'all be my family to the day I die. On myself. On myself.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh, I was going to say, I appreciate my friends too because y'all are my unpaid therapist, and I just want y'all to know that, like, y'all are really my unpaid therapist, like for real, like for real. And I'm being so honest because, like, I could really cry to y'all, I could really pour out my heart to y'all, and y'all really would just sit there, soak it in.
Oh, and y'all, can I say one more thing?
Wait, I wasn't
She
done.
wasn't finished.
And I could really like sit there and be myself around y'all. I don't have to fake or funk. Y'all know me inside and out. Y'all been around me my whole entire life. Cherie, you my cousin. You my favorite cousin at that. And then Brandy, you've been around ever since I was about like 12, 13. You saw me when I was going through depression. You saw me at my worst times. Cherie too. And I appreciate y'all. I really appreciate y'all.
This is me and Brandy's first like full year being like friends. We always like dibbled and dabbled, but we never like locked in.
Excuse me.
And probably one of the best friendships I built. Not gonna lie. Y'all know I don't got too many friends. Y'all you know me, Deja. You know me. I'd be like, no, I'm cool off that. I'm gonna stay home today.
I feel like
I'm cool off that. I'm cool. I don't want to do it. I don't really like sharing my energy with everybody. That's all it be. That's all it. You know, I don't feel like everybody's in my best interest, so I don't be putting myself out there as much. But yeah, it's everybody always tell me I'm so strong minded and like bullheaded and what is it? What's that word? Headstrong? No, what's the other word? Like not masculine, but
Feminine.
alpha. Yeah, dominant. That's what it is. And I was like, and sometimes that's why I be feeling like sometimes a lot of stuff with me just don't work because I'm sorry, I can't just sit around and let and be somebody's yes person. Like I can't do that. I yes, of course. Oh, I can't do that. I have to I have to like you if you around me, you just gotta understand where I'm coming from. I can never be nobody's yes person. You like me, show me. I can't look at you and be like, oh, he said he liked me. Okay. No, show me.
my bad, y'all. We is kind of over here fighting for the mic because I'm pretty sure everybody's emotions is running about this topic because we really do love each other so much. But what I was gonna say was one thing I gotta applaud y'all for is y'all ain't no yes man. When you said that, you literally stole it out of my mouth. Like we not finna tell you what you want to hear, friend. You know what I'm saying? You going through something, you made a dumb decision. We not finna tell you what you want to hear. We not finna pat you back. We not finna cater to each other's emotions. We finna tell you this what you need to do. This how you need to go about it. And talk to me when you got some sense. When you're thinking out your issue. You know what I'm saying?
How you go on with it is on you. Don't come back to me about it. That's all I'm saying.
And I love that about
Like,
y'all because a lot of females be building they friendships off of who cater to their emotions, who
Or-
cater to their rights and their
who
wrongs.
give them the most money? Who buy them the most stuff like that.
Yeah, I need to be able to break down in tears and know you're not going to judge me when you walk behind my back. And being in those situations with y'all really made me picture who y'all was. That's why good friends, like when you find them, you keep them around forever. Like I'm not gonna lie, I would never cry about a man walking out my life unless it's my father. I can't even tell you I'll cry about my brother walking out my life. But my friends, I'm not gonna lie, tears, tears for days. Like I'm crying in a river. Y'all ever walk out my life?
And one thing I can say about my friends, like, well, I'm sorry, one thing I can say about my friends,
The ages every time you go
because like I talk loud, but every
Mm.
time, one thing I can say about my friends, they are strong individuals. Because I've been with them. Well, we tell each other about our like our stories and stuff about our lives and stuff, and what they told me and what they experienced and how they like how I see them right now, they're really different. Like some of the stuff that my friends been through, like some of the stuff people you couldn't imagine. Like if random people dealt with my friend's life, y'all wouldn't last. Not gonna fake. Y'all would not last. Like, and then Cherie, she know how to read people, so she's like real. As soon as you walk through the door, she gonna read you, and it just naturally her. She's very blunt.
One thing I know about my friend, and one thing you know, I had to really sit back and watch you for a while to figure it out. But it's not that she's like off the wall with her mouth or the things that she say. It's more or less like she not scared to say what's on her mind. And you gotta be thankful for those type of people. Even though sometimes I'd be like, Cherie, what is going on up there? Like I'd be like, are you cool? Like, you know what I'm saying? But you really somebody more or less like this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And it's just that. And so me realizing it, that's the way that you love. Like once you start to get to be like, okay, now I'm to the point where I could tell you wrong things about you out loud. That's where you know, like, I love you, bro. I'm looking out for you. I had to sit back and really watch that to really figure out what that was. That's just how you love, bro. Facts. That's just how you love.
Cause like for real, Cherie, she will really sit there and just whatever come to her head first, she gonna say it. And it's like, bow, you gonna deal with her, you not. Which the first thing she gonna say, not gonna fake, is you can't beat me.
Can't beat you.
Well,
You can't beat me.
I'm sorry,
Oh,
that's
that's
what
a
she.
good one.
That's what she say, dude.
That's not the first thing that would. That's not the first thing that'll come out of my mouth.
That's the third.
That's probably the third. That's it. Yeah. I'm really a kind-hearted person though. I'm just like I'm real sweet
She's very blunt.
and I'm soft. Everybody think like I'm just this hard. I'm this tough shell. Like no, just pay attention to me because I'm paying attention to you. You get what I'm trying to say?
Right.
Just do the same thing. You'll understand me just as much as I'm understanding you. I really be having to take that time. Like there's times I'm just literally chilling there looking at this specific person and Brandy's tapping me like, you good? She figured me out. Like, but I don't like when people figure me out. So I felt like, hold on, I gotta switch this up. She didn't figure it. But it's my friend, so it's like, go ahead, you know what this is, but yeah, that's just how I am. I'm spiritual. I'm soft. I'm a lover. Yeah, and that's just what it's gonna be sometimes. Like, I'm still sweet though. They're trying to make it seem like I'll pick the whole world up and drop it on your head. That's how they making it
You just
seem.
blunt, huh?
Like, chill.
Okay,
I'm not
let's
trying to be
let's
cool,
move forward. Is there a question you guys have for me?
Yes, Pops. I want you to give your point of view on how our mindsets is as far as age. You know what I'm saying? Because this is like, do you have this conversation with a lot of those your age? Conversations like, well,
I think you're asking the wrong person that, but yeah, I do.
uh,
I mean,
like,
because this is how this is how I speak. You know what I mean?
but
On a
like,
regular,
I know
everybody doesn't
what I'm
know.
saying is I know that you're the type to go in and control the room's conversation. That's just you.
Yeah,
Does people come up to you on a random and just have these type of mature conversations with
yeah,
you? They do?
yeah.
Then that's just the type of energy you bring. That's just the type of energy you bring. I
I
gotta
know.
give you
I mean, that's one of
I
the
gotta give you
reasons
your
why I
flowers.
decided to do this because um I'm an empath and people tend to give me their conversations and I live with that. So if I'm going to do it, why not put some valued effort into it and try to bring some light? Because that's all I'm gonna do anyway is try to give some light to the situation to any extent. You know what I mean? Because I know that we all suffer from something. If it is not, a mental or physical issue. You know what I'm saying? So at some point in life, we all want to be heard, and I'm just trying to give you a voice at this point. I want you to be able to tell your story because I don't want to see you being the ones y'all talking about. You know what I mean? Although I know that y'all have great fathers in y'all lives, I'm okay. I'm okay. You know what I'm
You more than okay.
saying? But nah.
He is more than okay.
I feel like you are. I love a present father.
Mm.
regardless. Because
That's how you judge me?
sometimes, yes, I feel like he's very present. He's always here. I'm always able to see Brandy's dad. She's always, me and my dad talked about this. So, like, some of our conversations be based off of what you taught Brandy. Like, most of the times, like, so I'm like, dang, like, sometimes I wish I could have these conversations with my dad. I mean, he's not a bad dad, but he's not, there's no book on how to be a parent. You get what I'm trying to say? He didn't have the best dad either. But, sometimes I just wish my father was just as present. You get what I'm trying to say? He's a great dad to me. I feel like he tries, but I'm only the daughter, not the father. So I can only do what's being
Can
done.
I tell you a secret?
Yeah.
Daughters make men, fathers emotional. Women make men emotional.
Mhm.
So we don't feel comfortable being emotional.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? That's why if you do have a father, he tends to give you something and be like, okay, hurry up. Like, what's
Yeah.
next? Like,
He
you know what I mean?
He
Like,
always giving me
because
money
if
and
you
stuff, but
if you get emotional, he doesn't know how to process that. Like, because it's kind of like, I would feel like within me, I'm just going to speak in my behalf, which I'll give you an example.
Mhm.
One of the reasons why, like I said, I did this is because I want to give y'all a voice. But that's because I learned somewhere along the line from my own children, I didn't give them a voice.
Mhm.
And it matters.
I love that.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, excuse me, I don't know why my nose is starting to run, but this is weird. I mean, I'm just being honest. There's a need to be able to express yourself. And I'm telling you, as a father, we don't always know how to with our boys, shut up. Be a boy. You know what I'm saying? But with your daughter,
Yeah.
you like, what happened? Who did what? Where they at? Why? Like, you know what I mean? It's not really looking for the logic in it. You know what I'm saying? Because we're trying to
Attack mode.
we're trying to be what you need us to be, protectors. You understand what I'm saying?
Trying
So
to show us
right.
what's needed
So
to be presented
where
to us.
where I should have been soft,
Yeah. Mhm.
I wasn't. And I see that, that tends to show up in hurt.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And so th- I got to thank y'all for that moment, because not only do I get to express that, but somebody else listening can say, that's how I feel, baby.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. You know what I mean? So
Right.
you're giving the next father the chance to be able to say, right. As well as the little girl who's listening to this, she might say, Dad, listen to this, so he can see, like, this is what's going on inside of her. You know what I mean? So at this point, y'all really make this a beautiful moment. Understand that. And that's all you know what I'm saying? This is something different. #9, like, comment, share, boy.
I'm not gonna lie. When I really say it's like a whole bunch of love around me, I mean not. Like, I mean not. Like, this is what I'd rather do than be out with 20-year-olds my age on a Saturday night. Like, I'm sitting here having conversations people can't have with themselves in the mirror, with people I know who genuinely love me. Like, this making me, like, I don't know. I love y'all. Like, look at you. Look at her.
Don't start
Look at
crying.
her.
Don't start crying. Please don't start crying.
No, listen. I really gotta say, like, having these type of conversations every day, because these is, like, regardless if I'm having with my dad or I'm having it with my friends, having these type of conversations helped me realize where I wasn't open with myself. I wasn't open with others. I didn't know how to speak to people. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know how to stand on my thoughts, my ground, like, and being able to have conversations with my dad where we arguing about if the planet is flat and round and still standing on what I believe. It's just, it builds character, you know what I'm saying, within yourself. And to learn these characteristics at young ages, I cannot wait to see what we do with our life.
Man.
I cannot wait to see.
I can't.
I cannot
I'm
wait.
excited for y'all.
Always, not to toot my own horn, but I always thought whoever I put myself around was special.
Not for real.
I know that's right.
Cause you special.
Hold on, wait a
'Cause-
minute.
'cause she's
Say that
special,
again.
y'all.
Say that again.
I always felt I always felt like literally my whole life, whoever I put myself around is special because I really don't put myself around people. I really like feel like we have to want to grow together. I can't be around people who don't want to grow with me. We can't.
Mm,
I can't be growing and watching you
man,
crumble. You get what
I'm
I'm trying to
loving
say?
this.
Yeah,
I gotta
exactly.
say that. Like,
I was on the phone the other day, and I was telling the person I was on the phone with, like, my friend group is really, we're all different breed of females. Like, you can't, you don't know 20-year-olds nowadays. They rather go down south side, East Carson. They rather go to the club. They rather go find the nearest dude to go link up with.
After getting drunk.
After getting drunk, after getting high, after doing whatever they doing,
mm,
me and my friend, we rather find a money move. We rather try to grow our business, trying to grow our own empires. We can sit here and have conversations like this. You don't know females like this nowadays that have conversations like this. And then we all grew up. We all grew up with dads that were somewhat present in our lives, so we know how to maintain ourselves as females and as young women.
And
okay,
and
so let me
also
go ahead.
and also point each other in the direct way when we going through issues, even though it might be emotional feel to the point we cussing each other out. But at the end of the day, we get to the point like, hey, bro, you look at this a different way. Like, you know what I'm saying? You going through this with your mom. How about you look at it this way? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
Okay, so let's move forward a little bit because we do want to get some type of wraps to this. We don't. I think we've been on here for quite a minute, but there's still a few things. There's still a few things we could talk about real quick. But the next time y'all do this, I think that it'll be a beautiful moment if y'all do it amongst yourselves and I don't be a part of it. So I would love to just sit and watch y'all do it yourselves. Right. So look forward to that, right? You know, hashtag 9 in the comments, hashtag 9 in the comments, like, share, hit the
Like,
notification bell, please. Um, yeah. So financially, this the biggest topic of the night. I think this is the last topic of the night. You know, because I think this is the most important topic of the night. Financially, what goals do y'all have set forth to help you in your endeavors in life?
right now, I'm learning how to money manage.
Money.
This is what I mean. Money.
Y'all
Alright,
crazy,
good
man.
hit. All right, Ironhead.
Ironhead. Damn.
Go. Sorry. All right. I'm trying to learn how to money manage, and I'm trying to learn how to save for like important things. Like, I do want to start college soon, so I have to start putting money away for my college, start putting money away for my personal business I'm trying to grow, my own personal YouTube channel I'm trying to grow, just stuff I'm trying to do in general, trying to improve my life.
When you say money manage, can you give an example to how
Like,
without being too personal?
well, I was gonna say, what I'm starting to do is like start put $20 to the side every time I get paid, cause I work a 9 to 5 job, so I can put like $20 to the side every time I get paid, and just don't touch that type of money.
Uh-huh.
And me and my best friend, so his business partner, we was also looking into trying to get a trust. So that's money that we can't touch until we get to like a point in our life where we feel like we need it, or that's something that we can, if we make enough money, we can use that to do what we want to do with it for real. Like, but it's more or less trying to grow our business, trying to grow our personal business and our business together.
It's a start though,
Man.
but it really is not enough. Hold on.
Sorry to like.
No, you since you said it, I was gonna really wait to say something of the sort, but being as though she said it, yeah. That's definitely that definitely is something to pat yourself on the back for, because that's teaching you how to save money. And at the same time, the minute you see it actually can add up to something, you'll invest more into doing so. So that's, I just wanted to make that a perfect point, because I don't want someone to think that $20 is not enough,
Right.
because really it is if you look at it in a slow walk.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like $20 a day is better than 13 cents a day, and that's what you're gonna get in that penitentiary. Male or female. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Um, I want to say one thing. You could build as many goals, but if you ain't going to do the work on yourself, it's really not going to matter. You're not going to stick to it. Like, you got to learn how to stop procrastinating within yourself. And I'm talking to me here, okay, everyone? I'm talking to me. You got to learn how to cut out your bad habits, your wants you think are needs. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easy to get caught up with things that fill your pleasure, but pleasure is only making you comfortable. Do you like where you're at? You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, you got to be able to stand strong on what you know you can do and put everything else to the side. Like, facts.
I don't really know how to answer that question. I'm just keeping it.
So do you
real.
have a question financially?
Do I have a financial question?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Do you have a financial interest at all?
I do, because look, let me talk about my financial situation.
Don't be personal, please.
Don't be personal.
No, I mean you could speak, but
So
you don't
I've
need
been on the
everybody
same
knowing
thing.
you
Yeah.
struggling or something. Is what I mean.
Oh no, I'm not struggling.
No, I ain't saying that you are. It's just
I've been on the same thing as Deaja though, because like it's about time. It's time. It's time for me. I don't want to say to be on my own, but it's time to do those grown woman things.
Right.
It's about that time. So yes, money management and saving and prioritizing, and that's all what's needed right now. I can have fun later. That's just how I feel about the
Ooh.
situation.
You can do what?
I can have fun later.
I know that's right.
That's how I feel about
Get your life together now. Worry about it later.
Forget later. We didn't already had our fun. I'm not gonna lie. We didn't. But in a sense, though, we have. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
looking at my parents' life, my dad told me all the time he hasn't experienced, most of the things I have. So we've experienced, a lot of life. Like, I didn't travel with family when I was younger. I would travel with y'all. That's important to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that we made those things happen at, such a young age. So, to the point, it's like, okay, we ready for bigger. Like, you know what I'm saying? We didn't see Miami.
overseas.
You know what I'm saying? We ready for bigger. So it's like we live. Like, not gonna lie, it's 20-year-olds locked up. You know what I'm saying? We lived. We facts. We've done a lot of fun things. And we're very optimistic people. We very spontaneous. So it's like when it comes down to with each other, we never know what we end up doing and what type of joy it's gonna bring within that. So now I feel like it's to the point where we're looking at like houses. We're planning on
Mm.
we're planning on making we're making plans to see how much money we can stack up and see how everyone's pays add up and stuff like that, so we could go on and just grow. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, ooh, this is deep. Like, you really can't heal in a place that you was hurt. I'm sorry, y'all. I keep moving the mic. I'm sorry, but yeah, you really can't heal in a place that you was hurt. You know what I'm saying? And so us still having that childhood trauma is keeping us in childish behaviors. So, like, now that we're able to patch those things up and grow, it's time to do better and do bigger. 100%.
That was the deep statement. Truth. That was an honest statement, I guess. You want to say something?
Oh well, kind of what my friend said. Like we're trying to do bigger and better things with our life. We're not trying to stay in one place. We're trying to upgrade it. And
I feel like we ain't comfortable no more. It's time to get up.
When
At a point we was happy, we was like, yeah, this is it. Like, but now it's just like, all right, what's next? Yeah, what's next? Like, traveling, what's next? You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Let's go to Alaska, guys. Let's go see some things other people don't see. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Not gonna lie, I want to go to Canada.
Bro,
Let's go drink that fresh water from the glaciers.
Oh no.
Mm.
Y'all, she trying to die. Don't do that, y'all. Don't do that. But
Why
yeah,
not?
I just drink. You gotta know what you drinking.
No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I mean, why not go to Alaska? Do you realize that Alaska has some of the most beautiful hotels the world has ever seen? Because
Oh,
they have in Alaska, they have a hotel where the rooms are made out of strictly ice, as an igloo, literally. You can
oh,
look it
you
up.
ain't gotta tell. Oh, I know. It's on my bucket list.
I mean,
I like
that's
the
an
snow.
adventure.
I'm
I'm
from
an
Pittsburgh.
encourager. I'm gonna encourage you to
Yeah,
do that.
I'm
Like
from
that's an
Pittsburgh. I like the
idea.
snow.
Like
I want to
that's
go.
what I mean by y'all being able to do things. My generation, just I mean at y'all age, when I say that this is a powerful moment in history. I mean that. Like at the y'all have the information we didn't have. And on top of it, y'all have the financial statement no generation in history has ever had. Like y'all are capable with this here internet, with the dreams and the understanding I see in y'all together. If y'all took this moment right here every day and put it on y'all page, y'all would get rich. This is what this is for. It's not that hard. There's so much money out here. You just got to know what you're trying to do with your life to get it. That's it. And that's what I'm trying to show my kids with this at this very moment. In fact, that's what I'm trying to show the world, how I get what I want. I design it that way. I speak it that way. It becomes information. When you speak it, it becomes information. That information has to go somewhere. That information becomes a part of the universe. It is meant to be fed to something. Feed it to your heart. Feed it to your soul. Feed it to something that become a reflection within itself. Because not only do you want to become what you dream, but you want to see its value. You understand? Because until you understand its value, and that's what y'all are showing with yourselves right now. This is something I'm I'm more than glad to be a part of. Because when I'm gone, this is something y'all will reflect on for the rest of your lives. This is a beautiful moment in your timeline that will shape not just who you are individually, but the women y'all turn around and look back at you were. Like, remember we used to laugh about this, do that? That's special, man. You
We
know?
just getting started,
Y'all
baby.
just getting started.
We just getting started, baby. That's what we
Oh,
done been saying.
man.
We
So-
just getting started.
With that being said, I got a final thought for the day. Because we've been on here quite a long time, but I must give the public the understanding of this being different. You know what I mean? Because we didn't. I could have sat down and wrote out serious questions, but that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted you to be you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm still learning to be me in front of the microphone. So to give you something authentic and something real, I gotta allow you to step in who you are and say the things that make you comfortable about who you are. But then again, we're all on this internet trying to express ourselves for some need or some purpose. So who am I to tell you why or why not to do a certain thing? The only thing I can tell you is if you do these things, do them with integrity in mind. Because not only would I set standards and boundaries, but that'll also make you a beautiful person for a beautiful moment like this. I'm your host, Darnell Henderson. Until then, back at you, baby.
Peace.